In this video, I'm going to show you how to stop being a people pleaser and start living for yourself. Hi there, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk about something that's been on my mind lately: how to stop being a people pleaser. Now, I know what you're all thinking. I don't want to be a selfish person. But trust me, when you learn how to put yourself first, everything else will fall into place. So stay tuned, and I'll show you exactly how it's done. Understand why you feel the need to please others. Have you ever found yourself going out of your way to please someone else, even though it wasn't what you wanted to do? If so, you're not alone. People pleasers often put the need of others above their own, and they often do that at their own expense. But why do people feel the need to please others? There are a few different reasons. For some people, people pleasing is a way to avoid conflict. They would rather go along with what someone else wants than risk causing a disagreement. For others, people pleasing may be a way to gain approval or acceptance. They may feel that if they can make someone else happy, that person will like them better. People pleasing can also be a way of controlling the situation. If you are always the one who's making sure everyone is happy, you are the one in control. However, people pleasing can have negative consequences. It can lead to feeling of resentment and frustration, and it can prevent you from being able to assert your own needs. If you find that people pleasing is something you often do, it may be worth exploring why. Understanding the reason behind your people pleasing behavior can help you make changes that will allow you to live a more authentic and fulfilled life. Identify your personal boundaries and stick to them. We're all been there. Somebody asks us to do something we're not comfortable with, and we say yes anyway. Whether it's out of a fear of disappointing them or simply because we don't want to rock the boat, people pleasing is a common phenomenon. But while it may seem like a nauseous act, people pleasers often end up sacrificing their own needs in order to accommodate others. This can lead to a feeling of resentment and frustration, and can even prevent us from achieving our personal goals. So how can we avoid falling into the people pleaser trap? By learning to identify your personal boundaries and sticking to them. Identifying our boundaries means understanding what we're willing and able to do and what we're not. It requires us to take a good hard look at ourselves and to be honest about our own needs and limitations. Once we know our boundaries, it's important to stick to them. This can be difficult, especially when dealing with people who are used to getting their own way. But by holding firm, we can learn to respect ourselves and ultimately achieve greater personal growth. When you do this, you create a healthy balance in your relationship and also prevent yourself from being taken advantage of. So if you're looking to invest in your personal growth, make sure that you identify your personal boundaries and stick to them. Set limits with people, even if it makes them upset. It's easy to fall into the trap of people pleaser. We want to be liked and accepted, so we go out of our way to do favors and put other people's needs before our own. But people pleasing can be harmful for personal growth. It can hold us back from asserting our needs and limits, and it can leave us feeling resentful and taken for granted. If you find yourself constantly being over backwards for others, it's important to set some limits. This doesn't mean being rude or cutting people off completely, but it does mean learning to say no occasionally. It may not be easy at first, but setting healthy boundaries is an essential part of taking care of yourself. So next time someone asks you to do something you don't truly want to do, practice saying no. It might just be the best thing for you in the long run. Don't be afraid to say no. No is a powerful word. It can be difficult to say, especially when you're raised to be a people pleaser. But learning to say no is an important step in personal growth. When you say no to things that don't align with your values or that would stretch you too thin, you make a room for things that are truly important to you. You also set boundaries, which is an important part of self-care. So next time you're feeling overwhelmed or like you're saying yes to something just because you don't want to disappoint someone, remind yourself that it is okay to say no. Your happiness and well-being are more important than people pleasing. Don't take on more than you can handle. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the rat race and try to do too much. But as the saying goes, you can't please everyone all the time. Trying to take on more than you can handle can be detrimental to your personal growth and well-being. When you're constantly people-pleasing, you're not able to focus on your own needs. This can lead to a burnout, resentment, and feeling of inadequacy. Learning to say no is an important part of setting healthy boundaries and taking care of yourself. It's okay to put your own needs first and focus on what you can realistically handle. This will help you to lead a calmer, happier, and more fulfilling life. Speak up for yourself and what you believe in. People often stay silent when they should speak up for themselves. They may be afraid of rocking the boat, or they may simply want to avoid conflict. However, people who stay silent in the face of injustice or mistreatment are doing themselves a disservice. By speaking up for yourself, you can assert your right, stand for your beliefs, and help to create a more just and equitable world. In addition, speaking up for yourself can be an important step on the road to personal growth. It can help you to develop a strong sense of self-worth and to become more confident in your ability to make your voice heard. The next time you find yourself in a situation where you feel compelled to stay silent, remember that speaking up for yourself is always an option. It may not be easy, but it is always worth it. In order to grow as a person, it is essential that you learn to set boundaries and say no. When you take on too much, you can quickly become overwhelmed and stressed. It's important to focus on what you can realistically handle if you want to live a happy and fulfilling life. Additionally, speaking up for yourself is one of the most powerful things you can do. Standing up for your beliefs and asserting your rights sends a message that you won't be silenced. By doing those things, you are taking steps towards personal growth and empowerment. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, and I'll see you next time.